Let's see. Hey, that's better, isn't it? So I took that cover off my little phone because I got little protective covers. It's the 24th, but it's like 30 minutes away from the 25th. So it's 11:27 on the 24th. So it'll be the 25th in 32 minutes and 20 seconds. And you got distracted because they have these little cool lighty lights. These people put these little lighty lights. They're not like, these are lights. These are like little LED lights, and they shoot little lasers, and they're really distracting because they make little snowflakes, and they're kind of cool. Is this cleaner? Does it pop, or does it have cataracts? That's because you took the little thingy off, right? The little cage on your phone. Let's see. Okay. Pluggy. It's a thinner phone now. It's not very cold. You might be overdressed. What do you think it is? 55? Yeah. Reason TV. It's supposed to be like the libertarian. And they're talking about Fuentes. Is Fuentes even real? I don't know. I never watched him. Really? But he's real, right? And then now they got Nazis. And they were doing this joke about, they got those people they had the real sign. It was a real sign. It was a real sign. What was that one? Homefront or something? Little white trash ISIS people in the middle of with handlebars. The handlebars was the funny part of the joke. Handlebars. You want to see people doing handlebar stuff while wearing a hood. But in America. They're kind of cool. What was that group called? Is that Fuentes related? I don't know. He is tiny though, right? He's very tiny. Don't deplatform him or they were talking about platforming. Tucker platformed him. There was that one funny Canadian guy, and he was like platforming, but he was talking about Laura Ingraham or Laura Southern? Laura. That's like 2, 3, 4 years ago though, right? Don't platform people. Platform. I just wanted to say platform. What was that? She was like that blonde girl? What was her name? Laura Southern? Platforms. It's not Laura. Laura Ingraham is like old, right? She's like 40, 50. This girl was like 25, 20, 30, 25. 59s. 60s. So antisemitism back on the menu. Fuck yeah. Nazism back on the menu. You already did this joke, right? I think so. Kind of cool. No, the joke you had was since it's just gonna be, history doesn't repeat, but it rhymes. So Bernie Sanders or AOC, one of them's gonna have to get sent to Mexico, and then one of them's gonna have to kill the other one. So either Bernie Sanders is gonna ice pick AOC, or AOC is gonna ice pick Bernie Sanders. So what is that, a Stalin Trotsky joke? Yeah. And then whoever, it's either Trump or that Catholic guy, he's gonna have to long knife a bunch of people. I don't know. And hey, Stalin was pretty fucking anti-Semitic too. Everyone thinks it's just the Nazis, man. Everybody doesn't like the Jews. Poor Jews. Poor Shapiro. He's gonna get, he doesn't know who to be more scared of. The Stalinists or the Nazis. Nice. Poor Shapiro. Oh yeah, this joke about the Grinch. And when the Grinch goes around stealing, he's not stealing from people. He probably just thinks they're Native Americans or something, Fucking Indian savages. He just goes around stealing their presents, probably. I don't think that's that funny. That's not. And then you did the whole thing about throwing snow. Don't throw sandwiches, don't throw snowballs. But you put like stones in the snowballs like they did in Boston. That would hurt. And then they got shot. And then the guy who wrote Common Sense, that was Thomas Paine. And he was like, common sense says that if you throw snowballs at a person and they have stones in them, you shouldn't get shot. That's Thomas Paine. I don't think that's what common sense is. Common sense is whatever you want it to be. It's not. It's just whatever you want it to be. You're comparing the fellow who threw a sandwich in Washington, D.C. to the Boston massacre. You could be. What do you say? Please support girls basketball. Please don't. Stop telling women they can play sports. That's the biggest waste of time in the entire fucking world. It's like a huge just waste of time. I support women's sling bikini basketball. Yeah, so you walked for like 9 hours yesterday? You got done at like 9 and you were like really tired? I think you're okay though now. Yeah. And I got a bunch of Cokes at Publix. I got a bunch of Coke. I got 4 more Cokes. I went to Walmart's and they closed at 6, but I got there like 5:55 and they're like, you can't come in here. But they had a lot of cars there. And then I went to Publix, but Publix let me in, and I got pecan pie. I had pecan pie. Yum, 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 pecan pie. A quarter of a pecan pie it's 500 pieces. It's 500 calories per, what is it, per eighth or per sixth? How many calories are in the whole pie? I forgot. Is it 4,000 for the whole pie, or it's a sixth of it? Is it a 12th or a 6th? That's 500 calories. It's a lot of calories. Very tasty pecan pie. Pecan pie. Pecan pie. It is pretty tasty. It's terrible for you, but very tasty. I thought you had more ideas. I don't. I just have to. Oh boy. So who's going to get sent to Mexico? AOC looks more Mexican. Was Trotsky or Stalin younger or older? Stalin was probably older than Trotsky, or was Trotsky younger than Stalin? I don't know the answer to that. AOC go get sent to Mexico because she looks Mexican. She's not Mexican. She's like Colombian or Venezuelan or something, right? Where's she from? It's Mexico. All countries other than, if it's a country south of the United States, it's Mexico. She's from Mexico, yeah. Where the fuck is she from? Puerto Rico. I think she's Puerto Rican. She gets sent to Mexico City. Bernie Sanders hit her in the head with an ice pick. Yeah. Okay. Bernie Sanders will not do it. He will send an agent to do it. It was like a young college student in Mexico City, right? It wasn't Bernie Sanders. There's always some up-and-coming whippersnapper that will want to suck up to Stalin or Bernie Sanders or AOC. Do you love me, Bernie Sanders? I did your dirty work for you. Very funny. Or you want to switch it around and say like AOC takes out Bernie Sanders? That one works better. Do you love me, AOC? I took out Bernie Sanders in Mexico City for you, baby. What else? Yeah, I wonder if that's even real, some of those people. Because you're only reading about them you don't watch TV. So the one guy, he was on the one show on the CNNs. You don't even watch TV, so I don't even know if he's real. Who's the old white guy who was interviewing? Yeah, I don't know. You should probably watch the one. If Tucker Carlson interviewed him, how long ago was that? Like a month or two ago, or was that like within the past week or two? You should probably watch Tucker Carlson more. He does cool interviews sometimes. Oh, they're comparing it to Buckley, and Buckley having to get rid of the John Birch Society because the John Birch Society was like accusing people of pretty hardcore stuff. But that was Reason TV. Really? Oh man. Libertarian. There's no reason. You want to walk down here? You've only been down here one time while walking. So you can go down here. And then you can just do like a 2-hour thing. And buy malls and go Darby's or something. I'm not going down there. It's a big hill. Fuck that shit. I ain't doing that. It's not even that interesting. It's just a bunch of townhouses. Boring townhouses. Boring townhouses. You see Santa Claus? There's Santa Claus? Nope. So once you get like a UAV and they put little like fake reindeers, like a reindeer fake thing, that'd be kind of cool. You know, like those fake airplanes? Oh yeah, that'd be hot. They're just flying lawnmower? I don't know how that works. So you think it's like all fake? Do you think like, because they were saying Fuentes, it's all like bots. Do you think it's all fake? You think they can normalize the behavior? Like, hey, Fuentes has 5-10 million followers, like 4 million of them are bots, but then people are just such followers that they'll follow the bots. I mean, what if that's all politics? What if the whole thing is fucking fake grass, and then the people are like, I want to be part of the grass. Oh well, as a what was that Hitler joke you had? A Hitler joke. It was like, I like Hitler, but I only like Hitler because I like him. He's a bohemian artist. I don't really care about his politics. I just like his paintings. I don't really get involved in that whole 6 million thing, but I do like his paintings. You know, that was not that funny of a joke. Okay. Merry Christmas in 10 minutes. How many minutes? 2018. What is the official like window of saying Merry Christmas? Is it like 2 weeks? Are you only supposed to say Merry Christmas on Christmas? Because technically it's like Christmas Eve. That one fellow, that was Christmas Eve, the eve of Christmas Eve, and he was like, what's he like, Merry Christmas? He wasn't like Happy Holidays. It was a cultural warfare. He offended me. He said Merry Christmas, which is like a cultural affront. Yeah, really? I don't know. It's not Christmas though. It was the eve of Christmas Eve. It was the 23rd. So it was an affront to my chronological order. It's an affront to chronological order. I don't know if that works. Maybe. What is the window of saying Merry Christmas? Like a week? 2 weeks? All of December? Anywhere between the end of the day after Halloween, you're allowed to say Merry Christmas. Maybe. When is Halloween? Like October or something? 30th, 29th, 30th? So all of November, there'll be Thanksgiving. You have to say Happy Thanksgiving. It's after Thanksgiving. You're allowed to say, after you eat the meal at Thanksgiving, you're allowed to say Merry Christmas to anyone until Christmas. Maybe. When is Thanksgiving? I'm going to assume the 29th or 30th of November. I don't know. It's like the last Friday or something. What is the rules for Thanksgiving? I was chronologically offended. He told me Merry Christmas, but it was the eve of Christmas Eve. I think there's like a 1 week window. At least a 1 week window. I don't know, 2 weeks? Anywhere between probably like the 10th of December. 2 weeks would be 14 days. So the 12th to the 25th. It's a little cleaner, I think. You need to get some like nice lens wipes. Is that better? I think you made it worse by using your, because it's not a professional lens. Yeah, that's worse, right? Whatever. It's better than with the fucking cover on it. 50. It's 59. I thought. Is that higher? I thought it was. Was it 59 at the other one? It's gonna get colder because it's gonna be nighttime. It might be like 45 by the time you're done. 50, 40. You're not gonna make it to that one place, so. I'm not even going to try and break down that fucking 9-hour one, because that'll take 4 breaks, probably. If you're going to throw that in ChatGPT, you're going to have to break it into 4 pieces. That's, yeah, right? Oh, there's some lights. You could go, if someone's going to have nice lights, it would be this neighborhood. They probably have pretty nice lights. They have nice housey. And the farther you go back, the newer the houses become. Some of those houses are like 500,000 houses. Maybe a mil. Half a mil. A mil. The ones in the back are probably 500,000 to a mil. I wonder what the ones in the front are, like 200, 300. You need to get on Zillow. Look at the house prices. Housey prices. Marijuana? Is it green? Is it marijuana? You saw green and you want to be like, marijuana. It's probably a green star. Okay. Purple. Where's that one from? Is that the house at the corner? Oh, there's a bend in that road. Bendy, 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 bend. Bendy, 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 bendy. So when the Grinch went around stealing all the presents, he wasn't they weren't people, right? Like they were just like, you know, I don't think that works. Could work. Oh, they were talking about how the right wing, a lot of people in the right wing don't like supporting Israel. But I don't know. It's a very weird, because I thought all the Christians, like, they support Israel because the Jews are like special, like they're given some special. If you watch Pat Robertson back when he was still alive, he liked Israel. So I was assuming the right wing always likes Israel, but there's a lot of people who in the right wing who don't like Israel. Like that was CBC, Christian Broadcast Network, CBN. Pat Robertson, he can do deadlifts with his legs and he sells a shake. Armageddon, is that a battlefield? It's going to be in Israel. So the Christians always liked Israel because by supporting. Oh, and then you had this theory about Israel where like Israel's like a lightning rod, because you know, like there'd have been like 3 or 4 9/11s if there wasn't Israel, because people get all pissy and you know all the Arabs they got sand in their vagina, and instead of coming to America they try and bomb Israel. So like by supporting Israel you're building a lightning rod in the Middle East. I don't know if that's true or not though. I don't actually know if that's true or not, but it's a theory. It could be either way. So your theory is that by supporting Israel, they attack Israel instead of America. But the other theory is that by supporting Israel, all the Arabs get sand in their vagina and they hate America. I'll never know. I'll never be able to tell. Do the Arabs hate America because we support Israel, or do they hate America because you know they probably just want to bomb people just like everybody else. Sand in their vaginas. Sand in their vaginas. So the right wing doesn't like Israel now. I was assuming they were, who's more pro-Israel, the left or the right? It's the Mearsheimer problem. Didn't Mearsheimer get in a bunch of trouble for that? Because he was like, America really, really supports Israel. And then he was like, you're an anti-Semite. And he was like, no, I just don't like, I don't think you should support Israel. I don't care about it. And then, so and then Buckley had that same problem, right? Don't ask me. I don't know what anti-Semitism even means. And now everybody's anti-Semitic, so. The left and the right. Everybody. No one likes the Jewy Jews. The stupid yarmulkes. How come there's a house down here that's abandoned? Why don't they fix that house? Is it abandoned houses are supposed to be in like cheapo neighborhoods? Cheapo, 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 cheapo. You're not gonna go to Mars Hill, are you? No. Denver, the last dinosaur. He's my friend and a whole lot. Is it a dinosaur? Is it a Loch Ness or a dinosaur? 3 dinosaurs. An airplane or a boat? Are you an airplane or a boat? You're an airplane because you got a propeller that's motorized. It's got a motorized. Do you think it has air coming out of it? Is it powered by air? What powers the propeller? Is it air powered? Or is it electric power? North Pole. He doesn't have a reindeer, he has an airplane. Dinosaurs and an airplane? Okay. Doody 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 doo doo doo. He's got laser lights inside of a dragon. It's not a dinosaur, it's a dragon. Those are dinosaurs, that's a dragon. Is it a dragon? It's got wings. Yeah, dinosaurs don't have a flying Tyrannosaurus Rex. Oh man, that'd be cool. Uh-huh. Well, party boss? How does it pop? You can't even tell what the fuck those are. You need to get a better camera, buddy. Probably. Or some lens wipes. Doody dotty doody does. So is it all like fake internet? So the internet is all fake now. Is that what you're saying? It could be. Like the entire internet is now 80% fake. It used to be. Was it ever real? It might have. I don't know. Good question. The entire internet is fake now. It's a honeypot is not the right word. Is it the right word? Do you want to use honey? What's a word? The internet now is it's the circus. It's not the circus. It's the Colosseum. It's the it's circus. You're looking for circus. So you're doing bread and circuses with Romans, but the internet is the new gladiators. Go on the internet, watch the gladiators. Yeah. It gets all the people's energies go into the internet, and then they don't fight in the real world. They go on the internet and fight. Maybe. That's it. It could work. Internet gladiators. I am Spaniard. I am Spaniard. Spaniard. Internet Spaniard. Internet Spaniard. It's really weird looking. Just like one piece of fence in the middle of nowhere. Okay. Spaniard. Spain. Hot fireworks on Christmas. You have 3 minutes and 50 seconds until it's Christmas, according to phone.com/phone. Dinosaurs. People like dinosaurs for some reason now. When did dinosaurs become like Christmas? Meta. The meta of Christmas now includes dinosaurs for some reason. Shrug. Is that a monkey or is that Santa Claus? It's a Grinch. His greenness has kind of left. He's a very low level green of Grinch. He's an old, his green. When the Grinches are young, they have lots of green in them. And as they get older, they get less green. It's an old Grinch and it's got sun damage. Okay. Grinchy Grinch. La-di-doo-di-da. Is that a cigar? What's it eating? A candy cane? It's eating the candy cane. Candy cane. Cane of candy. I wonder when it became meta to have dinosaurs at Christmas. Must be some kids movie you didn't see or something. Oh yeah. What if they had like a Die Hard? Because supposedly Die Hard's a Christmas movie, even though you've never seen Die Hard. But everyone on the internet is always like, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. What if they had like a John McClane blow up thingy? Okay, that'd be kind of cool. Is he doing hand salute? Is he doing a hand? He's going, hey. He's a Nazi snowman. He's not a Nazi snowman. Why does Santa Claus have a mustache like an Italian? Yeah, you shouldn't be going through here. These are all... They're going to call the police on you probably. Whatever, fuck them. I want to see cool Christmas lights. I mean, I guess where would be the best Christmas lights? You should go all the way out to... You're not going to fucking walk to fucking Indian Springs. Who has nicey lightsy lightsies? Actually, that'd be very cool. You could do it. You get on your bike and go there. You want to do that? You want to turn around? You want to do this and then go all the way to Indian Springs and make fun of their lights? That would be a little creepy, but it'd be different. You could be like, Indian Christmas light critique, something like that. You just want to go riding your bike. You already rode your bike. Do you think their lights are nice out there? Probably. They probably have the nicer lights. How about that one subdivision? Indian Springs would be... I don't know, man. They're all bad ideas. But you gotta do it at night so you can see the lights. What was that place out? You had to like drive across the river. There used to be that big place, and they probably had like 50 house worth of lights. Lights are cheaper these days than they were back then because of LEDs, which came out in the 2005s or something like that. They had to fucking run those. Those were all... None of those were LEDs. They were all... You want to get on your bike and do that? Maybe. Did you plug in your fucking GoPro? I don't think you plugged it in. I think it's just sitting there at 20%. Oh no. And I think that one battery, you have to get another wire for it because the wire's not connecting correctly. Because it got bent and it's like not connected. But the battery's still good, it's just the wire's bad. Those wires are like 50 cents or $1. You probably have extras. I do. Doody-da, doody-da. Doody-da, doody-da. USB-C to USB to USB-C. This fucking car has fucking jingle bells. I thought I was gonna see like fucking Santa Claus there for a second. That's not fucking. That's just a broken car, right? Oh hey, okay. It's a guy doing that. I thought it was a broken car for a second. Interesting. He's crazier than me. It's like I think the city hires those people. And then the guy comes behind afterward, and there's like bah humbug. You gotta get like a bah humbug guy. You think they pay that guy? Or you think it's like he does all the neighborhoods? Or it's just the guy who lives in this neighborhood? Maybe. He had a Santa hat on. He might have been an old guy. Or it could have been, he didn't look close enough. It is technically like Christmas right now, so. It was Christmas 4 minutes ago, buddy. You want to go to Indian Springs? Maybe. How does this go? Is there an out? Can I get out over to the right? Does this go to that fucking cemetery? I think this goes to that cemetery. Maybe. Skateboarding. Dear Chat GPT, when did dinosaurs become meta when it comes to Christmas? Meta. Deplatforming? Yeah, because then there was something about Biden. They were talking about Biden was going to create a czar of reality or something. That's a cool term. The reality czar. That's a cool idea. Reality czar. The czar of reality. Like a drug czar. Drug czar. Reality czar. Defense. It shouldn't be the security of defense or the Secretary of Defense or the Secretary of War. It should be the war czar or the defense czar or the war czar. War czar. Or nah, Trump's a fucking pussy. You should call him like what's the Greek god of war? I don't know the Greek gods. Fuck. You should probably know that. It's not Mars, is it? What is this, like the third or fourth? Was it the third or fourth grade? I don't know. Did they even do that? What was that about? There was that nerdy girl when you were in elementary school. And there was that year they did, all the years where they had the Alabama ghosts. Was that like second or third or fourth grade? And there was one part where they were doing the Achilles or something. Did they do that in class, or was that just that one person? I don't remember. I've never seen those movies. At that point, I had not seen those movies. Achilles. He was son of the water person, though. He wasn't like son of the war god, was he? That'd be like Mars or either Mars or I don't know. What would that be? Is that Roman and Greek? Greek and Roman are different. You don't know what you're talking about, so you should not. What's the Xbox game called? What was the Xbox game called? What's his face called? He's not Thanos. He's something. What is his name? He's supposed to be the god of war. It's not Achilles. It's something that sounds like Achilles, though, right? What is his name? I didn't play those. God of War. What is his name? It's not Mars. It's something. Get rid of the Defense Department. Get rid of the Department of War. Make it a war czar. Or name it, whatever that fucker's name is. What is his name? Damn it. I want to turn this phone off and Google that. Is he gray? In that game, he's like gray, right? It's a beat 'em up. Is it a beat 'em up? I've never played those games. But it's like Bayonetta, and I've never played Bayonetta. But it's supposed to be like you run around. And you go boo, 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 boo. Interesting. What is his name? Argos. Agal. Something like that. What is his name? You've never played any of those games, but I know about them. Did the new GTA game come out ever? Or is that next year? I don't think it's come out yet. What is his name? Get rid of the Department of War. Put in, and he wouldn't be a secretary, he'd be, it's not Thanos, it's something. Damn it. What is his name? What is your name, God of War? Hegseth, God of War. It's better than drugs are or wars are. Nice. Hegseth, God of War. And he goes around and he has like a chain or an axe. Does he have an axe? I've never played those games. I don't know what he had. A sword or an axe? Could you choose the weapon? I never played the game. I can't tell you. Is it like Soul Calibur? I told you I never played the game. So I can't tell you what the God of War used in the Xbox game. God of War. Is this the exit? Is this the Marcellus or is that further down? It's further down, right? Where does this go then? I'm not. Where am I? Oh no. Aegis. What's an Aegis? An Aegis cruiser is a missile cruiser. An Aegis is probably a god of something. Is it a defensive god though? Because the Aegis cruiser in that one video game was a defensive anti-air cruiser and it shot lots of missiles. It could take out a ton of aircraft really, really well. But that was a video game. In real life, the Aegis cruiser could probably shoot missiles onto the ground. But in that video game, it was like a 10 out of 10 anti-air ship but it could do nothing else. In real life, it probably has like anti-torpedo thingies and stuff too. 'Cause it's a missile. They can just put missiles on it. Maybe. Is that the one who's like, ooh? Which one is that? Is he a cat or is he the? What's that one dog? The little droopy face dog. It's not the droopy face dog, is he? Who is that? Dinosaurs and the Grinch. You have like no connection to reality anymore because the kids are like Nazis. That's cool, actually. He's pulling down the lights. It's kind of cool. It's okay. It took a little more effort. Who's the god of war? I don't remember. He's gray. He's got a lot of muscles. Is he bald? He might be bald. Some kids like sleeping in here. He's like, that was Santa. No. Very funny. Where does this go? I forgot. I don't remember this shit. Where am I? I get the feeling I'm going towards Mars Hill Road. But your map's all messed up in your head. You don't have a map. You never Googled that Hibbett building. You should have Googled the Hibbett building. I might do that when I get back, actually. I did kind of want to know what that was. Yeah, because to get to that one road that goes to Mars Hill, you have to go past the people who have the like stones made out of circles. They have bowling balls the size of like 3-4 feet. Bowling balls, right? This doesn't go to Mars Hill. Also, where's that fucking skate park thing? It's like, no skating, it's a cemetery. It's not Thanos. Thanos is the god of death. Or he's the guy from the movie. It could be Kronos. Nope. Kronos is time. Okay, I know where I'm at now. Because you can see this from Mars Hill, I think, the road. Does this have an exit, though? Am I in a cul-de-sac right now? Maybe. Yeah, I think you're in a cul-de-sac. It's like a dead end. You're in a dead end, buddy. Fumes. So the kids are Nazis these days. That's cool. Who would have guessed it? How can you make money off that? You've never seen like hammers and sickles in the real world. You haven't seen very many hammers and sickles or swastikas in the real world. So it's like fake. It's a gladiator thing, right? Internet gladiators. When you see swastikas and hammers and sickles in the real world. Do you think they're purposefully turning the internet into like a cesspool? They're like, hey, you can do whatever the fuck you want on the internet. Well, no, they're going after the internet, though, aren't they? They're censoring the internet. I think so, right? They took all the porn. You can't get porn in Alabama anymore without an ID, right? Your theory is right and it's wrong. But they have the YouTube's peoples all fighting the internet gladiators. Charlie Kirk was an internet gladiator. No, he's a real life guy because he went into the. I don't know. How much of his. That's a good question. I don't know. Is he half internet, half real? 3/4 internet, 1/4? But you're comparing all of them now to that now. Is Bill Maher? He's TV man though. He's Showtime and is he Showtime or is he what TV channel is he? He used to be Showtime or Comedy Central or Real Time with On. Was it Showtime? It's Showtime on the internet and the TVs. I think this is a dead end. I haven't been down here in so long. Maybe they completed the road. Maybe the road goes all the way now. I don't think so. I think it's a dead end. Do-dee-da-dee-dee-da-doo. Do you even want to go down here? Because you're pretty sure it's a dead end. If they're building it, I think it's a dead end right now, right? It's going to end right here. Yeah, it ends right down there. Okay. Never mind. Turning around. Okay. So, Showtime. Was it Showtime? I think it was Showtime. Yeah. Whatever. He's on Comedy Central though now. So I think I saw your mom was listening to him, and you don't have Showtime. So it must be Comedy Central now. I don't know. Does he have a daily show now? He doesn't have a daily show, does he? He probably just has a once a week show. He's got a podcast. Everyone's got a podcast now. It's like cheap. You just have to have like $5,000. You can do a podcast for like $500. You just have to have a nice microphone. It's not that expensive. Yeti microphones? Is it the same company that makes coolers? Maybe. No. What are you driving around for at night? Is that the same car? You thought it was that. Is this surreal? Because it was making that weird noise. Hear that noise? Oh yeah, they call the cops on you big time, buddy. Can you turn right? Or is that a dead end? That's a dead. Is this surreal? That's what it sounded like that. But is there a fucked up car? I'm on what? Kronos. Is it Kronos? It's not Kronos. Is that the video game though? Is it Kronos? It might be. I don't know. Mars. Sailor Mars. Pete Hegseth dressed as Sailor Mars. Uh-huh. No. Pete Hegseth for Halloween as that Xbox guy. Okay. He has to get really ripped. Or a fake muscle suit. Uh-huh. And a bald cap. And paint his face gray. Uh-huh. Venezuelan tankers. Cuba gets all... That one guy was whining about Cuba gets all their oil from Venezuela. Uh-huh. I don't know. You could take Cuba over. Why not take Cuba over? I want my cake from... I want my casinos back, baby. Casinos. Cuba. Okay, so was the donkey show in Cuba? It was in Cuba then. Right? Fredo goes to Cuba? It wasn't Mexico. It was Cuba. Uh-huh. And that was, starts with a B. Bastille, B, something with a B. Who was the dictator of Cuba before Castro? Something with a B. Bastille was from Knights of the Old Republic, buddy. It wasn't Bastille. It was something with a B. So they're going to take Cuba back over, and they're going to turn into a bunch of casinos, because it's probably got some pretty nice ocean front. It's a pretty big island, right? And they could make... Cigars will get cheaper. Dear Donald Trump, please invade Cuba, and then we can have lots of Cuban cigars. The price of Cuban cigars will go down by like 3/4, probably. Half, 3/4. He's going to be the best president ever. He's going to get us bananas and Cuban cigars, and he's going to get oil from Venezuela. He's the best. You're funny. What's the Banana Republic? What was the country that was a Banana Republic? Somewhere in South America, and they grew bananas, and the entire country was basically owned by a corporation that made bananas. The Chico Banana lady? What country was it? I don't know. Panama. Banana Republic. It was called Banana Republic. Look, America does not run on Dunkin'. It runs on Banana Republics. You have two choices. Either A, you create a bunch of Banana Republics, or B, Americans are going to have to work a lot harder. And you people are fucking lazy, so you probably want to create a bunch of Banana Republics. So, you're not very nice, are you? No. It's like it's the neo-slavery. It's slavery, but it's in another country, so it's not slavery. So, remember when they paid the Chinese like $0.25 an hour? Those were the good old days. Then the Chinese got all fucking uppity. Fucking Chinese people getting all uppity. You're mean. You got a mean streak in you, buddy. Then the Banana Republics will get all uppity. What was the Banana Republic? Was it like Colombia? Or was it Venezuela? Or was it... I'd have to Google that. If you like pina colada, if you like Banana Republics, do. Does that tie into your thesis about Nixon? Because America's always looking for like new people to like... Because China, he opened up China, and back in those days, you could pay him like $0.25 an hour. And now they're all... we're too good for that. So you gotta find new people to pay $0.25 an hour. America runs on banana republics. Not Dunkin'. Not Dunkin' Donuts. It runs on banana republics. Or China. But it doesn't run on China anymore. Bush was the one who was like begging him for money. He danced with them. Like, didn't he dance with the Chinese people? He wore the silly clothes and he was like, You see, he had to give a bunch of loans because of all the monies. Like, please take our bonds. Please take our bonds. Everyone should blame him, I guess. I don't know. Maybe. They're not gonna. No one's gonna blame. It's gonna get turned. It's gonna be anti-Semitism and I don't know. I blame the juice. What's the Captain Morgan? It's Captain Morgan puts his leg up, and Captain Morgan does, or is it the beer guy, Dos Equis guy? What about the Jewish? That's kind of Jewish of George Bush, Jewish of Nixon, Jewish of Bush 1, Jewish of... Really? You're just going to call everyone a Jew now? I'm anti-Semitic, but I think everybody's a Jew. There's 8 billion Jews in the world, and I'm anti-Semitic. That's a thesis. Okay. This is the road that'll get me out of here, right? I think so. It's called Bridge Road, right? What? Or no, it isn't. You have no clue where you're at. Do you want to walk, Marcel? I think this is a road. There'll be a ranch thing up here. There'll be the houses that are old. They're like 70s houses. Or 80s. There's a neighborhood back there that's big. If you want to know, that's too far to walk. What is the Xbox God of War? Trump's a pussy. He won't do that. He won't turn Hexaf into the fucking God of War. He'll just be Department of War. Pussy. You're pussy, Trump. You're pussy. You're trying to goad him into going farther. You're funny. Where's that? What am I looking at? I'm trying to get... Is this a Marshall Road? This is a Marshall. You got cataracts, man. Holy shit. I don't think this is the right road. I think this is another road. Grinch is old though. That's like when did the Grinch come out? Like the 70s or 60s? When did Dr. Seuss write books? They're pretty old, right? They're 20 or 30 years before you, right? I think so. In 10 years, 20 years from now, all Christmas decorations will be lasers. There will no longer be lights. People will just shoot lasers. Think about how many people a year used to get hurt putting lights up. You had to get a ladder. You had to be like fucking Chevy Chase in National Christmas Vacation. And people would fall over and break legs and die. Every year, 10,000 people died putting up Christmas lights. And because of lasers, like 1 or 2 people will die putting up a laser thingy. It's called progress. Okay? Lasers. Mm-hmm. Does this double? This doesn't double back, does it? No, this is. I'm gonna go by the skate park thingy. I think. Skate park, cemetery. It's a cemetery. Lasers. Mm-hmm. 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 Lasers. What does a laser cost? What do you think that laser costs? $100 each, like 2 laser. $100 per wall. Maybe. Is that water? He's got a pond. You're hearing the pond. Mm-hmm. 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 I think the entrance is further down. I don't think you're going to be able to make Marshall from here. To make Marshall, you have to go down one more street. Maybe. I don't know what I'm looking at. Is that other neighborhood? I think that's that other neighborhood. Uh-huh. So maybe you will make it to see that one place. How do I get there? Lasers. For $200, you can laser the front of your house for only $200. No more Chevy Chase falling off a ladder. Is this a dead end or does this go to the fucking skate park thing? It's a skate park thing, right? It's not a skate park. It's a graveyard. It's a landfill for humans. You're purposely mixing that up because you called the landfill is a cemetery for trash, and then the cemetery will be a landfill for humans. That's not how cemeteries work. I don't think you're right. I don't think that hill is here. It's a hill, right? It's like you don't have a fucking clue where you're at. Cigars, bananas. See, it's what's really funny is it's like, remember when you were in high school and you were making like Colbert jokes, but you were doing it unironically, but you were just doing it like, if you're gonna be the bad guy, be the bad guy, like if you're gonna invade a country just to take their fucking cigars, do it because you're being honest, like if you're gonna invade Venezuela, take their oil, at least have the integrity to be like, yeah, we're just doing it for the oil, Is Trump will be that guy, right? He's vulgarly honest. He's a vulgar but honest. Or were you just, was Bush vulgar? And you were just young and you were angry. You're like, oh, you're lying, Bush, you're lying. But all the other people were like, nah, he's vulgar as shit. We know exactly what he's doing. That's a good question. Because, you look at Trump and you go, that guy's vulgar. But he's like vulgar in like a way you understand, right? Like, take that Venezuelan oil, man. Good question. Did you already walk this? You're not doing a repeat, are you? No. He's so vulgar. America was built on vulgarity. People don't realize that. It was actually built on vulgarity. Everyone wants to be like, it's so... No, it was vulgar the whole time. You're repeating. I think you're repeating. This is... Yeah, you already walked this. Because that's the coldest... Yeah, it's the three houses with the So you double back there, buddy. And that's where the lady is. Now you look like you're in the same area for too long. Yeah, because it looked like you thought that was a cul-de-sac. It's not a cul-de-sac. It's a curve. Nice. Okay, so we're gonna go to Florence Boulevard. You're gonna go to get your bicycle. You have to make a decision, buddy. Yeah, that's the same door opening thing. It's not Phantos, is it? The Xbox game. God damn it. Battleships. Trump battleships. Is that interesting? I don't know. I think future war will be Liberty ships with drones. I don't know. But I'm just guessing. I don't know. I think that's cool. But they gotta have like the backbone will be, he wants to build like 20 of them? There's a lot of them, right? It was like 20 or 10, 20. But they only have 1,000 people on them, but they're the size of battleships. Ish. They're the same weight-ish. Yeah, I don't know. It's got lasers, and it only has like one gun. It's mostly missiles. It's like a battleship with missiles. It's not really a battleship, right? It's more of an armored missile. I don't know. I'm not a ship expert. 6 to 8 inches of armor. But those things are like really sinkable. If you get some drones in there, you're gonna be out like $1 billion just battleship. Because that's why you want to go Liberty ships, dog. Yeah, but they're not romantic. Americans want like something cool, and there's nothing like cool about like a mass-produced 1,000 Liberty ships with fucking drones on them. They want something they can like look at and go, that's cool. I didn't think it looked that good, but whatever. I'm not really a ship aestheticism person. I don't know. That one guy said they look good, right? He only vaguely looked at it. It looked kind of like a frigate, right? Like it had that frigate bridge. They don't really use battleship guns anymore. It's all missiles. Missiles. Missiles are expensive, though. How much do you think a 16-inch shell costs? Probably a lot. It actually probably costs a lot. $10,000, $5,000, $50,000. 50,000? What do you think a 16-inch shell with its powder weighs costs? Yeah, you saw this already. I guess you'll turn right and get out. You were gonna go out Marcel, but nah, fuck that shit. I'm not gonna go fucking farther back. Trumpy, 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 Trump, 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 Trump. A good president is like a good mafia boss. He's always looking for new opportunities to exploit. Greenland, Canada, Iceland, Venezuela, Cuba. We take Cuba. Why do they not take Cuba? Because Castro's dead. Cuba does not have nukes, does it? Cuba doesn't have nukes. You can take that one real quick, buddy. You're a pussy, Mr. Trump. Take Cuba. Take Cuba. Take it. Bastilian. Who is the dictator? I can't remember his name. Starts with a B. Trump will be the greatest president ever because then people can go to Cuba. They'll sell all that land because think about it, all that development and shit. They can do all the development of Cuba. They can turn it into resorts and shit. Bay of America. It's called the Gulf of America. That would be his. He'd be so cool. He'd be the coolest guy ever. Do you think he'll start a war with the world? Do you think he'll get like a bunch of people pissed? You know, because like, why did remember back in the Iraq war? How come everyone got all pissy? They weren't gonna like stand up or anything, right? You don't think China might stand up? Will China be like, we're creating a coalition to stop America from taking all this stuff? Good question. Stop taking Cuba. He takes like 3-4 countries, and then people start getting pissy. That'd be cool. Bananas are going to go down in price by 50%. Oil, 50%. Cigars, 50%. Yeah, nice. And then the world's going to be like, we don't like you getting all that free shit. And they're going to go to war. The U.S. versus the world. Cool. That's never happened, right? Like, I don't think so. World War III. The United States is like the Axis in this story. I mean, I'm not judging. I don't care. Hey, look, the Nazis are the good guys these days. That's what Nick Fuentes told me. What about Skynet? Where does Skynet fit in this? It doesn't. Where am I? You'll figure it out. It's not that common. You can't get like lost here. You can just get inconvenienced. You're looking for like a Hummer. Where am I? Is this the Hummer? Is this the Hummer house? This might be the Hummer house. Nope. This is what happens when you don't go through here. You've been in here like months and months and months. Hummer house. Where is Hummer house? I'm on. Go this way. You go this way. What is Arcos? Arcos was a thing like a Zune, but it went out of Is it still around? It was when cell phones. The 2008 was when cell phones became. It's a circle. Yeah, it's a circle, man. Yeah. Huh? Nope, it's not a circle. Is it a circle? No, it's not a circle. You can fall it. Is it a circle? You're looking down there. It's a circle. Yeah, it's just. Oh, you're lost. Doesn't matter. What is Arcos? Is it made up or is it a Greek or Roman god? Maybe. Arcos. Chronosphere. Zillion. Chronosphere. Chronos is time. So what do you think happened? You never had your finger on your generation. You don't have a finger on their generation. You don't have a finger even on your own generation. So like, how would you? Why are you complaining about Nick Fuentes? You don't even understand your own generation. So like, you can't be whining. Good point. So is your generation in charge now? They're kind of, right? They're getting close to it, right? Like, so like they're getting up there. They're getting middle management at least, right? They'd be the the hippies were like, yeah, fuck the real, and then the realists were just like, yeah, we should have just seen it. Yeah, you made jokes when you were in high school that the whole war was, and you were doing it like unironic. You're like, yeah, we should invade Iraq for the oil. But nobody ever is honest about it. You just wanted them to be honest. I don't care what you believe as long as you're honest about it. If you're gonna invade, say you're doing it for the oil, baby. That's how reality works, dude. Like, people are never gonna be honest. You know that, right? This world would fall apart if people were honest. You know that, right? Lasers. So you're going right? Which way are you going here? Which way am I going? I think it's right. You keep thinking of that kid, and then you remember what his dad looks like? But he was like a year or two older than you. But then, yeah, I don't know, it's probably, whatever. You don't even remember their faces that well, do you? So what is the answer? Because they aren't gonna fucking tell the people. So is the generation right now, like the 20, the 18-year-olds, are they like idealistic? Are they like bloodthirsty predators? They're like, yeah, we're going into Venezuela. Are they saying that? Or is it the 30-year-olds who are like, we're lying to the 18-year-old? It's not the same system, right? Are the 18-year-olds like bloodthirsty? I don't know. That's a good question. That's cool. The little thingy. The smart ones already know, but then the ones who are like, but are they even telling are they even saying like, hey, we're going to Venezuela? They're actually, he is creating like a semi-plausible casus belli, right? I don't know. It's a good question. What's his casus belli? Casus belli. Casus belli. Casus belli. I don't think they use casus bellis anymore. I think they, He's going up to people and he's like, you know, doesn't he go up to people and he's like, yeah, you're gonna pay me. You know, he's like, you're gonna give me 5 or 10%, or we're gonna cause trouble for you. People like that, which is, I don't know, it is what it is. Venezuela could get out of this war, but they'd have to give concessions to their oil fields, probably. 20% of the oil fields are now American owned. And then they'd have to be like a trillion, they'd have to be like, you know, like America's allowed to go in there and like make oil, because they haven't been doing their oil infrastructure correctly, right? And then they'd have to be like, we get 20% and we're allowed to have, and then it would escalate, because then it turns into like, you know, so they're gonna have to, well, the communists managed it poorly, because they're communists. So if they wanted out, they'd have to give concessions to American businesses to get oil fields running at like a higher percentage, plus percentage on the tap, probably. Because he made a phone call with a guy, right? He called him up, right? He was like, blah, blah, blah. Did Bush hide it better? Was Bush just like him? Or did Bush hide it better? Or was Bush just not as cutthroat as Trump? I think that's what he's trying to meditate on here. Was Bush as cutthroat as Trump, but he hid it better? Or were you just young and stupider? Here's the question. Because on the one hand, you're thinking like, America's in decline, so they're like, they've literally elected like a shark president, right? Like he's literally a shark. He's just going up to people like, hey, we're either going to war with you or you're giving us 20% of your fields, buddy. I mean, you don't have evidence that he said that, but that's in your head. That's what you're thinking he's saying, right? Something like that. You're lost. Shit, where am I? Follow this around. How is that way? This is gonna be the Hummer guy, right? Man, you're lost, dude. The highway sounds like it's that way, and there's lights that way. So I'm going. Where am I going? Haha, you're lost. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. This is a dead end. Okay, so then turn right. But that road sounds that way. It sounds like it's that way. You're lost, buddy. You got lost, buddy. You got lost. You could turn your phone off and use the map thingy. I'm not gonna. No. It's probably this way. Or it could be straight. It could be. Doesn't matter. You should make a map of the world and do all the resources. Real world hoi for map. You know, but you're thinking of the tar pits. You're thinking of those tar pits in fucking Canada. What are the numbers? What does a tar pit have to cost for oil in Canada to be worth tapping? Because a lot of the resources are based on the price of tapping. Oil sands. What do you think it has to be, like $200, $150? What is the price of oil right now? You don't even know. Hey, remember when they were like, Afghanistan has a bunch of gems and shit in it? Did that ever pan out? I don't know. Was that just a lie they told to like be like, hey, because the Russians tried to grow cotton in Afghanistan, and then they would be like, no, we're growing opium. But if they get turned into a mining thing, that'd be cool. Is it copper or what do they have there? You saw this? Nope. Did you see that? It's bluey. I don't think I've seen this. You're lost, buddy. You're lost. You are? But these are the older houses. You're near the entrance, I think. Ish. You're lost, buddy. You're lost. You're gonna have to turn the phone off and look on the mappy map. What am I looking at over there? There's some lights. What is that? You gonna bike out to Indian Springs? Maybe. I might actually do that. He's running like an air compressor. Right? Or is that? You're lost, buddy. Buddy, you're lost. Buddy. You need to learn the one road. Because there's like one road that has the Hummer. That road. You need to know what that road is. And then you would find it easier to not get lost. Probably. Do you want to go? I vaguely feel like I know where I'm at, but not really. Moore's Gate. You want to turn left, right? Go straight or left? You want to go straight. Oh, this is the road with the fucking Marcel thing on it. The bridge road has Marcel on it. You're gonna end up on Marcel. You have no clue how you got here. You're lost, buddy, but you know where you're at because this is the road that goes to the Mars Hill. I'm pretty sure that's true. Yeah, you're deeper in than you thought. Fire? Car accident? Fire? Or you could turn left. Do you want to go Mars Hill? Or do you want to turn left? You have no geospatial capabilities. Without a map. You need a map or... Imagine how easy it is, how hard it is to get lost now. As long as you have like phone signal. It's hard to get lost probably. I know where I'm at now. Ish. But you're deep in, right? So you want to go left or you want to go to Marcel? That's a dead end, right? Yeah, dead end. And that, you can take that. And that's, what is that? Westbury. This is Knightsbridge. Knightsbridge ends up at Marcel. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Buddy. I think so. And then you can walk Marcel. You do not know this area that well. I just remember a bridge, because it's a bridge. And there's a bridge. This guy's got the stones, I think. The round stones. Somewhere around here. Roundy, stonesy stones. Okay. Kronos. Santos. Is it? It's not Santos, is it? Santos is Santos. I thought it was God of War. Santos is God of destruction. He's the Freudian god of destruction, not the... And he's the guy who snaps his finger in the movie. What percentage of people saw that? That movie came out like 10 years ago, probably. What year did that come out? I didn't see it. I didn't see the second one. I saw the first one. You're trying to guess what the Nick Fuentes people would know. Would they? I don't know. The whole thing's, you never had your finger on anything. Your finger's not on anything, buddy. Finger. How do they change the light on that thing? How do you get in there? How does he? Do you have to pull the cinder block out? Arcos, Santos, Mars, Achilles, Aries. No, whatever, doesn't matter. These people are hungry, and Trump's got that. He's got that worldview of like, you gotta keep the people busy. So he'll be like, which is sadly, he's probably right. He's sadly probably right. But then, what happens when there's nothing left to fight for? Eventually, they're gonna have to fight each other, right? Or how does that? So it's like constant drama. Hmm. Actually, it's always like a constant. There's always someone, so it's always a jockeying. All countries are all jockeying at all times. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh, and then you had that queen hive theory, which you asked, yes, the ChatGPT, are there queen hive theories in the concept of there's no philosophers who did it, but they had the old Aristotle stuff, physicists, and some other people that were like that, and compared it to bees. And they used to think Aristotle thought it was a bee king. It's a bee queen. Mr. Aristotle's. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Or Socrates, or Aristotle. Might have been Aristotle, because Aristotle would have been the Socrates, Plato, Aristotle. Socrates drank the hemlock. Plato was Socrates' pen man, and Aristotle was the guy who taught Mr. Alexander the Great. I think he was. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 Hobbes taught one of the kings, right? Leviathan. It's a Leviathan. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You're just regurgitating words you've heard. Yeah. He regurgitates his words he's heard. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're gonna get hit and killed. You need to stay. You need to have your flashlight ready. Or you need to put your water bottle in your poncho pouch. It's called a kangaroo pouch. It's called a sweater pouch. And then you have your flashlight ready, so that if you need to use it, you have it in your right hand. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. One time it smelled like chemicals. They dump chemicals in here. Yeah, you had no clue where you were. You were way back farther than you thought you were. And then you ended up on the road you were looking for. Good job, buddy. Mm-hmm. 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 You'd be ready to die for this fence. If a car comes around this corner, you gotta dive for the fence, buddy. Mm-hmm. 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 So then what? I don't know. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Those Reason TV people were talking about, was it some country in the communist bloc? And it was like a butcher, and he'd have to put up a thing in his sign, because they were talking about AOC, and she had her gender pronouns, she, her, and then people all took that shit down. That gender pronoun shit never really became that. I always wanted to do it, but I wanted to be like, I view myself as God or omnipotent, but I wanted to do like a good one. I don't give a shit about he, her, sure. I'm omni. My pronoun is omni, and my pronoun is omni, and alpha and omega. My pronouns are alpha and omega. Because, you wanted to game the system, because, like, who gives a shit about 50 pronouns? If you can just make people, you have to identify me as a, yeah, it's very weird. I don't entirely get it. They weren't going to let people do that. It's just as big of a distraction as the internet, though. It's like forcing people to learn 100 pronouns. It's just as distracting as, gladiators. People like gladiators better. What if the UFC had to have like 50 different classes? Because there's like, there's like heavyweight and light heavyweight, and there's like 4 or 5 classes, right? And then they have the women's, and there's like 2 or 3 classes of women, right? But what if he had to make them like, 50 different fucking classes, like for Zers and Jers and Mers and Gers? That'd be he'd be exhausted. That'd be a lot of classes. A lot of belts. Too many belts for Mr. UFC dude. That's why it never took off. Because he was like, I can't make that many belts, man. That's too many classes and too many belts. What am I looking at? I thought you're on Marcel, right? You're still on Marcel, right? What am I looking at over here? Where's that neighborhood? That's behind. Where the fuck am I? Industrial Park's to the right, isn't it? What the fuck am I looking at right now? Where's that? Where are you, buddy? Where am I? It's Industrial Park's to the right. I thought that was Industrial Park, not houses. It must be houses behind Industrial Park now. You have to find those. This is Marcel, right? And then where's the fucking Industrial Park entrance? Where's that? Where is that, buddy? Your Industrial Park is up here to the right? Yeah. You just don't know where that is. Where's that? Where are you, buddy? You want to go through the woods? That's illegal, buddy. Can you make it? You can maybe make it, but that's illegal. You'll get cotty cuts. Where is that? It looks old. It looks like 80s or 90s houses. It doesn't look that new. They aren't McMansions, right? You're hallucinating. This is a dream, right? You're not. This isn't real. Probably is a dream. Probably is a dream. It probably is a dream. Dreamy, dreamy, dreamy. I had this dream. Did you have a dream? You went to sleep for like an hour. And you had something like resembling a dream, or you don't know if it was a dream? Maybe. That's supposed to be industrial parks. That's not supposed to be houses. You're dreaming, buddy. I had a dream industrial park was houses. They're supposed to be like, yeah, there's Target. Target. You know where you're at, buddy. You know where you're at, buddy. Is it just one house? That doesn't matter. Kronos, God of War. Pete Hegseth. You keep doing that fucking Westworld one. These violent delights have violent ends. Don't say that. That sounds... Is that Shakespeare? Maybe. What is that from? What is the context of that? I don't read Shakespeare. I don't know Shakespeare's. I just know the quotey quotes. It sounds cool. It sounds like something cool to say. What are you trying to do, like a Samuel L. Jackson thing from Pulp Fiction there? I don't know what it means. It sounds cool though. You don't want to go through Industrial Park, do you? And then go out by Helton. You think that's why they tried to do that one thing? Yeah. That's probably what they tried to do. They did that twice. They always looking for your weaknesses. They always looking for your weaknesses. 2 times that's happened. You don't think you have a target packet bigger than this place? You think they have a target packet on you bigger than in this little Weasley town? Maybe. Did they make a you think they made a target packet for you? Maybe. It's not called a target pack. That's for. But it's gotta be. There's gotta be a term for that, right? Like an FBI packet. You could have one. You think you had one before? When do you think they made it? Ooh, you're paranoid a little fuck now. They got CIA out. No, you're a little lame. You're a lame-o. You don't got no CIA satellite. They don't use satellites. They just have cameras everywhere now. Which is technically true. All the doorbells. And the thing is, you're probably 100% right. But, it's just, they have this thing, like, you know how some people are like really groupish and some people are really, really individualistic? You're just too individualistic. I'm not anti-American, but I'm pro-individualism to the point where, like, you could come off as anti-American because you don't like groups. You think America's supposed to be individualistic, and it's not. It's actually more groupy than you think it is. You think it's too groupy. What is this? But the objective reality is that all countries are groupy. Probably. Because if people were individuals, there wouldn't be countries, right? Probably. So you're an anarchist, kind of. I mean, mentally, not like, literally, not like, grab the bums, man. If they were going to create a packet on you, if they were going to create a DNA packet on you, your DNA packet would be like, too individualistic. Maybe. Interesting. So here's the thing, like, I can look at this and go, hey, it's kind of cool. There's nothing technologically, this is middle of the line, right? This is a middle of the line factory, right? It's not blowing my socks off, but it's not ugly. It's okay, right? I don't know, I've never been in there. Yeah, it's a bad analogy. You shouldn't use that analogy. What should you call it then? I don't know, man. You're supposed to be born. They want you to be like, oh, this is Sistine Chapel. Look at this is Tarquet. It's a Sistine Chapel. It's average. It's average. It ain't bad. You can't make it. You couldn't make a factory like that. Why are you judging Tarquet? You can't make a factory like that, buddy. Mm-hmm. How many people think you worked there? 100. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 50. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You didn't charge your little. You need to charge your little bike thingies for like 30 minutes, man. Because if you get caught out there without your bikey thingies charged, you'd be troubles. You haven't charged those in a while. What time is it? Like 12. It's like 1. It's 1:23. You started at 11:10. You've been doing this for 2 hours. 1:56. Do you think they have crime on Christmas? Car accidents? Probably a lot of car accidents. I think it's like drunkenness. Do you think there's a lot of drunk people? There's a lot of people off. They're off for a day or two. So there's probably drunk people. Probably drunk people. Car accidents. So does it? The whole world becomes just like the macro personality people, the macro blobs of the cities, the macro blobs of the states. Yeah, and you were all idealistic, like, oh, people believe in it. No, they don't believe in ideas. It's all blobby people, fat people, blobby people. Probably true. Blobby people, fatty peoples. Blobby. And then you can charge your battery pack too. And your phone. For like 30 minutes or an hour. And then you get on your bike and look at the lighty lights. It'll take you a while to get there. Make some coffee. You got some coffee in the fridge. You can drink the coffee. Yep. Do you think that the elites have the DNA mapped out? They probably have some of the DNA mapped out. They probably do. Some of it. So they've got all that 23andMe and shit. And then they probably, because you want to know. Didn't that one guy write a book about like the Rothschilds? But he's a mainstreamer. It wasn't meant to be like, you want to be were the Rothschilds were they Semitics? I don't know. You're trying to connect that to this. I think that's the big problem with this world is they don't teach people really are nowhere near equal to each other. I think that's the big problem. They sort of lie to the people. They're like, no. You people are not LeBron James. You are not, your brains are not like Rothschilds. It's kind of sad in a way. Because everyone's like, I'm just like no, you're not like the Rothschilds. The Rothschilds are probably geniuses. And the Trumps. The Trumpy Trumps. The SNL always plays his kids off as retards, right? But they're never mean to his daughter, right? They're always nice to his daughter. They're just mean to his 2 sons. I think so, yeah, they're never... I wonder what that is. Hmm. Good question. Hmm. 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 Did someone interviewed his daughter? Was it Lex Friedman who interviewed his daughter? Or someone interviewed his daughter. And she was like, I would go through the thing and look at this stuff. Because she was doing like reshaping of skyscrapers or remodeling. I don't know. Was it Lex Friedman who interviewed her? Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. 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 Hmm. Hmm. I got no ideas. Mm-hmm. 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 Warning. Mysterious stranger in a fedora. Shadow man. Shadow man. Mm-hmm. But that's the way it was always. Like the ideas actually circulated within the groups, and then they percolated down. The people at the bottom always had stupid ideas, and then the people at the top always wanted to get the good people, like the Catherine the Great wanted Voltaire's this. And there was more fighting amongst the ideas back in those days than they give the idea of. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh, you're watching, and then the Reason TV was talking about how they took away Trump's Twitter, and then they actually were kind of. I can understand why Trump's so mean. They were pretty mean to him, actually. I don't know. I don't know anything about coronavirus. And then the one guy, they took his account away, and then he ended up being like the Atlanta place. What is that called? CDC, Center for Disease Control. Is it CDC? Yeah, I mean it's weird. Either that or it's a coup d'état. Well, some of those people Trump's putting in are a little whack jobs, aren't they? But the CDC guy's not a whack job, is he? I don't think he's a whack job. I think he's got bona fides, probably. But that's Reason TV. You're trusting Reason TV. See, you always have to trust someone. You don't know if he's like good or bad. You gotta get ready to jump to the side. You'll die. And you don't know anything about CDC or diseases or. I mean, I know he's purposely tanking some of the agencies, right? That's true. But that one fucking retard, that Kennedy retard. I don't know. That's your opinion. You don't know enough about any of that stuff to actually talk about it legitimately. But your opinion is he's a retard. Retard? Is he a retard? He's not a retard. He's just... What is he? He's a useful idiot? Trump's using him as a useful idiot, right? It's a good question. I don't know. Is he gonna? Here's the question I'm saying. He's not gonna land. He's gonna be worse off at the end, right? He gets his paycheck, but he's not gonna go any. He's not gonna go any higher, right? You don't think the Kennedy guy will go higher, right? You don't think he'll be like this is a dead end for him, right? Not a dead end, but it's not gonna go higher. Like he's not gonna go. He's no Kennedy. He's no presidential fella. What was he head of? He's not the CDC. He's head of health or something. He's doing food shit. Uh-huh. So then it really is, it's that thing then? What is it then? Yeah, I don't know. You gotta play defensive, you gotta play stug. You gotta play like a stug. You gotta be a stug. Stuggy. How come some of those people get to go so offensive? Like the Nick Fuentes is saying stuff you'd think he'd get in a lot of trouble for. But he can go all like a bottle rocket flying around. All crazy. Don't ask me. I don't know how this shit works anymore. They give free reign to some people. There's like, so it's like when they go after people for taxes, it really is all personal. Like it literally is all personal. Like there's never been a actual rule. All rules are really just like, you're saying that all of society is that? Democrats and Republicans? Really? Maybe. That's scary, man. There's supposed to be some rules, right? Obama's daughter, if he was president, she robs a bank and he's like, slap on the wrist. Donald Trump's kids rob a bank with guns? With actual guns? Are you talking about like guns? Or are you just talking about like, they walk in and they're like, hey, give me $1 million. They can't do it with guns, right? Like, is Obama's daughter 18 yet? She should be 18 by now, right? Or, I think so. I don't know. I never kept up with that. But did they do that like the Olsen twins? When did the Olsen twins become 18? Are the Olsen twins older or younger than you? They're younger, right? Are they like 2 or 3 years younger than me? Because they had it when they turned 18 on the magazines, right? That must have been when you were like, I don't know, like, what year did they turn 18? That's a good question. I don't know. 2006? 7? 6? I'm going to have to Google that now. So they're like 2 or 3 years younger than you? Is that true? Are they a year younger than you? 2 years younger than you? Where's that? That's a warehouse. Okay. I'm pretty sure I was in a Publix and they had a fucking magazine of them turning 18. Or that might have been when you were a freshman. Was it when you were a freshman? Your memories are not actually that solid. True that. You don't know when they turned 18. You don't know. You don't know. Your memory's not, you don't have like a solid memory of that happening. You just heard about it secondhand. Or you might have seen it on a magazine cover. You don't even know. That's really fucked up, dude. Your memories are not very solid. Do you think the Rothschilds have like perfect memory? They can be like, I distinctively remember December 3rd being in a Publix, seeing a, maybe. They probably have better memory than most people or something, because they're bankers. Don't be anti-Semitic. It's cool to be anti-Semitic now. Everybody's anti-Semitic. I just vaguely remember them turning 18 or something. Because people made a big deal out of it, right? I don't know. They were like, You think they were born in 88, 87? How much money do you want to gamble on this? You're older than them, right? I'm pretty sure I'm older than them. But like a year or two? Like 2 years or 1 year? I never watched Full House. I don't know. How many bars you got? You still got 4 bars. That thing goes down like to 0 really fast. Once it loses a bar, you got like 30 minutes, dog. 20 minutes, 30 minutes. It went from like 4 to 3 to 0 in like 30 minutes, man. They did not program it very well. So you gotta charge it. Chargey, 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 charge. Did they do that? They do that to all actresses now, right? Yeah, I don't know. So human beings assume everyone has the capabilities of themselves, but they don't realize that some people probably can actually distinctively remember stuff a lot better. That could be true. That could actually be true, probably. That's probably likely. Because your memories are very hazy. I have hazy memories. Yaddy-daddy-doo. You weren't drinking or doing drugs, so you should have good memory. I mean, unless you count energy drinks, like yeah. So what year do you think they turned 18? Like 2006, 5, 6, 7, 5? It's probably 5, 6, 5, 6. You weren't in high school when it happened. You don't even know. Yeah, you don't even fucking know. You could be completely off. They could be older than you. I think you're older than them. I'm telling you, man, memory's fucked up. I'm pretty sure I'm older than them. Yep. I'm guessing 88. They were born in 88. 87. 88. And the dice are thrown. The moment the gambler loves is the moment when the dice are in the air. Because then the world matters. Because it's interesting all of a sudden. Now the world is interesting. What once was boring now becomes interesting. I care all of a sudden about a trivial piece of information that does not matter. I care now, though. I care. What year were they born? Your GoPro was not working like half the time you were biking, even though you're gonna have to make another channel if you're gonna do that because you're stealing other people's material. But you're biking, so is biking while listening to music, and you want to get strikies. Yeah, so you're gonna make a biking channel. You're gonna get a ton of strikes if they ever actually go and read those things. Yeah. So you should just stop caring. Yeah. Probably. The one guy got strikies for showing Russian stuff where the people do the little thingies on the skyscrapers. Yeah, so the whole thing's controlled, like. Probably. That's why the more mainstream something is, the more lame and unoriginal it is, because they all look the same. Maybe. You just want to throw like 1,000 dice. You don't want to do like, you want to be like, I'm throwing all the dice. I'm going to throw every dice. All the dice is. See, I don't know how anyone can consolidate the world, because everyone consolidates it into like a worldview, and your worldviews are always like, I can have every worldview. And that's not good. You gotta have one worldview, not like 10. How do they do that? I have like 10. I'm a Marxist, Nazi, anarchist, Democrat, Republican. I don't think you can be all. That just means you don't actually. You just don't want to take a side. You think Trump will invade like 3 or 4? He's not going to invade any other countries, right? Think he's going to push out? Venezuela, he's taking oil, or he might do that. You think a lot of them are just going to like concede stuff to him? If he takes Venezuela, the other ones are like, okay, we'll give you 5 or 10%. And he gets his finger in the pot a little bit. He's like a mobster. He gets a little taste of everything. Because he got the NVIDIA. And they all scared of him, right? Maybe. That's how it works. You beat up the one Venezuelan, and then everyone else is like, you can have 1%, 5%. And he's like, thank you. And then everybody's like, oh, because that's where everybody's all happy because they get, 5% from the slave. The slaves in the banana republics were like 89% people just picking stuff. I don't know. It's Yeah, I don't know, man. Middle school, high school, auditorium, elementary. Whoa. So it's all the same. It's like, where's River Hill? Yeah, you Google where the Hibbett thing was too. What was that Hibbett building? It's too late, babies, now it's too late. So we really did try to make it. So charge everything. An hour. Google some of that stuff. Maybe get some to eat. Get that coffee. Too bad. I mean, statistically, humans were always groupies, probably. Yeah. Groupies. The amount of brain hacking you would have to do to become a groupie would basically destroy your brain, I think. I don't think you could be a groupie. You'd have to do a bunch of, probably antipsychotics or a bunch of antidepressants or a bunch of anti-anxiety meds or something. You just do not trust them. But that's in your DNA. I don't think that's environmental. I think that's DNA. I think it's a DNA. I don't think it's I think your DNA is just fried. Yeah, I think that's probably true. That's probably the best answer. Fried DNA. DNA is a form of memory, according to some worldviews. Yes, because you want to play outside. You don't want to play this China-U.S. game. You don't want to play this communist Nazi game because you want to play the Jew game. Hey, I'm here to sell weapons to the Nazis. I'm here to sell weapons to the communists who wants weapons. And then eventually they start looking at you like, hey, he's a groupie of his own. He's selling weapons to everybody because he don't believe in our groupie. We're the Nazis. We got swastikas. We got hammer sickles. We don't like him. The independent arms dealer becomes persecuted classes is Kulak, maybe. It's not Kulak. Kulak is communist. Groupies. And then your thesis also is that Trump wants to get. Well, I mean, he's like never mind. What if the communists did that shit? You want to drink some mellow yellow? You got mellow yellow. You got 2 Cokies and you got 2 mellow yellows. You got pecan pie. You got cookies. You got pizza. You got 3 pizzas. And you got what else? Some coffee. We're doing the coffee first. Coffee first. Coffee first. As long as you don't have any like a bunch of guns or a bunch of explosives, maybe you'll be okay. Because you're thinking, yeah, okay. Can you play the independent intelligentsia? Is there an independent intelligentsia that will be put up within the current groupie? I don't know. You have to be pretty good at that if you're gonna pull that off. And I don't think any of your thoughts are actually that original. don't think they actually are. So I don't know if you're going to be able to pull that off. Whatever. Would you rather be this or groupie? Fuck the groupies. I don't like the groupies. They're a bunch of groupies. Groupie. What's like a guppy? A groupie? Is it a fish? A groupie is a person who follows a band. Groupie. Putin killed all those independent journalists. You thinking you can be independent? You're not gonna be. Putin's gonna kill you. Okay, fuck. Mr. Putin's. Whatever. She got shot in her apartment. Poor lady. Groupies don't want truthies. They just want to feel warmy. Does the groupies break up though? They're gonna kick Ben Shapiro's out. Are the Jews gonna get kicked out of the Republican Party? I don't know. What's gonna happen there, do you think? I don't know. I don't know. I actually don't know what's gonna happen to that story. What do you think will happen? It's just it's a temporary rift. It's a temporary rift, and then they have to make a bigger drama. They need a China war. They need a China war, because otherwise this energy, they have all this energy, and they need to fight something, and they're getting all anti-Semitic. But they need to fight the Chinese, because then they can stop doing the whole. They need something to fight though, but they need something to fight. So there's got to be a China war or Venezuela war, and China will be like, you can't invade Venezuela, and it'll be the end.